How did you do that?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
In 45 minutes, we went out to shoot a film to submit to festivals. And after spending a full year getting accepted and rejected to dozens of festivals with our feature film Sway, I wanted to challenge myself with 1% of the budget, time, and effort it took to make this mammoth project.
That was a great day. Woo!
I used my one lock method of one location, one object, one character, and one concept to dial in my filming process. This was fundamental to making a movie in such a short period of time. And after shooting this film in 45 minutes, I decided to go edit it, piecing it together in record time, and now submitting it to film festivals. If you guys want to see the film festivals that we submitted it to, you can tag along. I'll share about the festivals that it ends up getting into. And in the end, we made something I was actually pretty proud of. And at the end of this video, you'll see all of it pieced together. What I want to do is dial in on shooting in the rain. No boy, so fun getting our stuff all wet.
Step one, find shelter.
Get under the shelter, guys.
In this video, we're going to be diving into how to make a possible film versus an impossible film using tools and practices that I have from my course, The 4-Week Filmmaker, teaching you about different shots and angles, and then showing you the final result at the end of this video so that you can decide, is this a good movie or not? But I'm pretty stoked about it. Anyway, let's go into the first part, which is shooting. We're gonna break it down into focal lengths, composition, and movement. And by knowing those three categories, you're able to dial in your production. Now, the first thing that's happened us going into this location is it started pouring rain. I'm sure Jackie's really excited about it.
Woo!
B-roll's got a bit of a bad rap, but I think it is so important to get B-roll, or you can redefine it as texture, because it's gonna give your audience, what does it feel like in that space? So nice wide. I heard some noises over here, so I'm gonna try and pick it up through the mic here. One concept, one location, one prop, one character. And this is the easiest way to go out and make a short film. Freaking nailed it, yeah, freaking yeah, frick yeah.
Frick yeah.
Frick yeah.
Let's go.
Frick, let's go. But the rule of this is to take each one of these and elevate them using what's accessible to you. In order to tell a story, you need your wide, medium, and close-up. So let's start off with our wide. I'm gonna find a nice frame that I like out here in the rain. So this could play as a nice little wide shot. Wide shots are handy angles to be able to get your establishing, but they're also really good if a character feels alone or isolated. The next thing you wanna figure out in this formula is, do I add movement or not to my wide shot? Watch what a little bit of movement does to the shot. If I slowly push forward, it makes the shot feel just a little bit more dynamic, like we're trying to see something, like this post that's going in focus. So maybe we try and change our angles. Something nice about this wide, it's not as symmetrical, so it doesn't look as artsy. But what I like is we can see her location that she's going to afterwards. So the first thing is elevating our location. We have an awesome provincial park near our house called Sandbanks that we decided to shoot this at, and I wanted to film something sci-fi, epic, horror for a long time in this space. It started raining on us as soon as we started shooting, so we had to find cover really quickly, and we decided to shoot more shots in this space. Now, spoiler alert, after editing 3 different variations of this movie, I decided on cutting out so much of the footage to try and keep it in the 1-minute window. This was the process of killing your darlings. And these 3 other films, while looked awesome and the footage I really liked, it killed the pacing and really didn't need to be there. And if I have time, which I always try to make time, texture shots are so handy. And since it's raining, it's a great environment to set up the sound. And when I'm shooting my texture, I'm gonna yell, quiet on set, and then no one's gonna say anything, and I'll also get my audio because I'm recording audio through here too. This is gonna set the tone and the mood, and I'll just roll on this to get audio and to get an establishing maybe B-roll style shot. And again, I'm using my camera not only as a filming device, but also just as like an audio recorder. Sound is so important, so I always have a microphone on the top of my camera, not only to capture the raw audio that we're shooting, but also to capture the ambience. No matter how good of a sound designer you have on your project, the sound will never sound as good as the authentic one that the space had in. So it's good to capture sounds on set. And action. get another transitionary shot, I'm gonna move down to her feet. And this is where I'm gonna pick up my audio, so I'm not gonna talk. Your coverage is the shots that tell the story as you watch the film. So what happens in the story, and then what shots can help guide that. And your basic way of doing that is your wide, medium, and close-up. Your wide being the establishing, not the most important, but gives the audience context. The next shot is your medium. This is where most of life is viewed from. And so that is just casual viewing. And then the next focal length is your close-up, which is the important, usually used to emphasize certain things. We made sure that we shot the close-ups of every one of Jackie's reactions in this film because I needed to make sure I had a cool moment to emphasize something if I needed it. And this can help the editor find the tone in post-production. This video was shot in 45 minutes, but really found in the edit after about 5 hours behind the computer. Arranging and rearranging shots that might not be in the best order, but they were the order that I found the story in. There's a couple ways I could compose this shot. There's actually a bajillion different ways. I can do a lot of negative space in the top. That looks really nice. I could do a little bit wider here and shoot it like that. This can mean that she's got a dark past behind her and she feels claustrophobic in the frame because there's not a lot to look forward to. This could mean that she has full opportunities available, and that's that extra space on the left-hand side of the frame. And this could just sort of be neutral, just like a nice frame of her shooting something. And because I'm not trying to give the audience too much here, I just want to give a nice frame. If you want to see a longer version of this video amongst a full course taught how to make a film in 4 weeks so you can make a movie that you can submit to festivals in the same amount of time. I'm going to be teaching you my simplified formula of filmmaking so that you can shoot, direct, edit, write, repeat until you make that film that gets you that big gig. And how can we reverse engineer our stories so that an audience is waiting for it when we're done? And if you just want to watch this video in its fullest, I did around a 30-ish minute full tutorial video of how we shot this, teaching you the angles of why we shot certain things, and you get to see it in real time as we pieced together the movie that we ended up creating and sending to festivals. So something that you'll probably play around with is, this is a medium shot and it doesn't need to be any closer because nothing intense is happening. So the only reason why I would cut to a close-up is if Jackie maybe saw something on her monitor after she took that photo and we need to punch in. So how about we try and get that in the wide and then we'll get that in the close-up. So you're gonna hold up the camera, take a photo, and then you're like, wait, did I just see something? And then you're gonna look at your monitor and be like, what is that? No, I just want to give a quick plug to Jackie and Matt. Jackie being the lead actor and also my partner in life. She is an incredible actor who I feel amazing fortune to work with. She's so talented. The fact that I have like a Hollywood actor that I get to live with is such a treat. Matthew,
I was taking photos.
yeah, you nerd alert. And the other person I would recommend looking for in your life is a Matt. Matt is the videographer who helps us with these, but also the personality behind the camera, as you can hear him razzing me.
Easy way to make a movie feel really cool is just make someone do something.
Make someone run.
We don't want to do it ourselves, but we're down to watch other people do it.
That's why directors are always fat.
What?
I'm just kidding. They're always making other people do the work.
I went into post-production, piecing this together in 3 to 4 different variations, each one trimming it down more and more. I would call this process killing your darlings, where the first cut was just all the beautiful shots that I wanted to keep in the film, but after refining it, I wanted to make it under a minute, so I lost a lot of that footage, and that's just the creative process. You're gonna have amazing shots that you're like, damn, I wish this was in here, but the golden rule is the audience doesn't know what the audience doesn't know. They have no idea about a shot that was cut out because they never saw it in the first place. Good stuff, babe. We're ending this entire film on a wide plate shot. So I'm hoping we can just VFX something going up in the sky there. I don't know if that's possible, but if I pray to the VFX gods, usually it works. In this scene, we've got close-up, medium, and wide. Action, reaction, reveal. So starting with action, she runs up to the space. Reaction, she reacts to what she sees. We're still building up that intensity. And then reveal, that nice big wide shot, we see the thing coming over the hill. And so using both action, reaction, reveal, and the formula of a device, one actor in one location can immediately build an entire scene. Now, after piecing the movie together, the final stage was using AI. So what I did was I went to Midjourney, typed in the preferences of a monster that I wanted, but something with a white sky behind it so I could blend it with my original. It spat out exactly what I was looking for within the first prompt. I upscaled it, brought it into Runway AI, which is this incredibly robust AI software you can try out for free. I went in, plugged in, put in the Midjourney image and asked it to animate it. After 2 variations, I had the monster animation that I wanted. I put it back into my footage, masked it into my main shot in Premiere, feathered the butthole out of it, then went on to story blocks. I don't even know what that meant. But then I went on to story blocks, grabbed stock footage of this dust, layered it in over top. I created a Photoshop layer of the original shot, layered it over top of the effect to create some dimension, put that dust effect over top by hitting multiply and blending the shot together with a tilt motion and a swivel on the frame. The next stage of the project was to layer it with sound effects and hit export and send it to festivals. Now the process, I've just started sending it to festivals, but if you're interested in looking at film festivals, you can go onto Film Freeway. Film Freeway is the industry standard of submitting to film festivals. You can just go in and dial it to 0, which is what I'm doing with this project, and submitting to as many as I can through that because it costs nothing and it gets laurels on your film. Sweet. Perfect. So with that, we still did the same standard coverage. I play with symmetry on this. If you haven't storyboarded out your shots or you have no frame references, symmetry is always a good one to play with. That way the audience's eyes aren't bouncing around the frame, or choosing some sort of visual style, whether it's more negative space one way or the other. But symmetry is not just Wes Anderson's thing. Every director does symmetry. It works well, keeps the audience's eyes in a frame. It looks awesome. It was a great day. Woo! I felt really good.
4 more shots, actually 60. This is it. This is it.
Every time we go out and shoot something, I'm always just like, one more shot, one more shot, one more shot. If you catch yourself saying that, don't worry. I've heard David Fincher well, he's known for that, but for big filmmakers say that. Big filmmakers and random YouTubers can say it, you can say it too. Before I was wrapped up doing this film, I realized I needed inserts in order to piece it all together. Made a little setup in my dining room and shot 3 shots that I think will help out this film. The first was the shots of this screen. That was just to insert throughout the edit, may or may not use. The shots that I really liked were the shots coming through the POV of my camera, and it was so easy to do this. I just put my cell phone up to the screen of my camera and then just shot the screen of my computer to get some insert shots of her POV as she's taking these photos. I think that'll take the audience out a little bit. Now it's time to show you the film. I'm really proud of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. And also be sure to take a look at the Cinematic Academy.